about to do the rock, paper, scissors challenge. Oh, that's what we're doing? Yep, that's exactly what we're doing.
Hey Sass Squad, welcome back to the channel. So I've been chilling a bit this season, not really doing my full sets every day, but I just wanted to show you one of the most insane rank 19 to 20 sets I've ever done. 4 out of 5 of these matches I got hard countered in the lead, and it was just insane. So let's see how well I can do with my OG line. Alright, so like I was saying, I get hard countered on most of these battles for the lead, and we're starting off here with a low and Ninetales into our Scrafty, and then I'm going to switch into my Confusion Cresselia, only to be met with a Trevenant. And yeah, this is not looking like a great start to my set, but we aren't going to give up just yet. I'm going to throw Moonblast here. We will end up getting a shield from the Trev, and I'm going to just stay in. Obviously, I have no choice. I'm going to sit here and just try to chunk as much away with Confusion as I possibly can. And I decide, hey, I'm going to shield. And this is so bizarre that I do this because I actually double shield here on the Trevenant, which I don't know what I was thinking. This is absurd, but they don't shield and they let the Trev go. And this is all I needed to happen to maybe have a shot at flipping this battle. So they end up bringing in the Galarian Stunfisk. They get a little bit of an energy lead. I'm going to bring in Scrafty again. They're probably just going to go straight EQ. And in comes the lone Ninetales. I insta-swap to my Tentacruel. And we are going to go for a straight farm down here on a lone Ninetales. We are going to get hit with the Psyshock, but we're not afraid. We're going to take that right to the face, like we have any options anyways. We're going to throw the Scald right here on the Stunfisk. They do shield. We end up having energy to throw an Acid Spray, which obviously if those were flipped, it would have been insanely good. But here we are. Will I be able to live? This is more than likely a Rock Slide from the Stunfisk. We barely are able to live that Rock Slide. I make it to my foul play. Then remember, we do have a defense drop here, and that just allows me to counter it down, which was insane that I was able to flip that around. I had to share this set. I know I haven't posted a follow-up of this team or anything, but yeah, this team, I don't know, some of these battles I've had this season are crazy. But yeah, this is one of the battles where I actually do have a solid lead. We had the Stunfisk, so yeah. This is pretty good for us. I mean, the Earthquake is kind of scary here on Swampert, but at this point, I think I will at least commit one shield, and I think I just decide to farm it. So yeah, we do have the alignment still. Pretty sure Stunfisk is coming back in here. We're going to throw the Grass Knot to get off some chip damage here. And yeah, pretty much even this matchup is not horrible. They're going to try to build some energy with their Stunfisk. So I'm absolutely just going to keep throwing Grass Knots. Even Confusions are going to rack up over time. But now we just let it go to a Rock Slide. And we're going to bring back in our Scrafty, knowing that an EQ is alright if we take it. We bring in Noctowl, and we're just going to switch directly to Tentacruel. So I decided I'm just going to go straight for Acid Spray, knowing that the Poison Jab damage over time will become way more significant here. I don't need to shield a Sky Attack. I know I can take one, and yeah, we're just gonna keep racking up damage. I'm gonna shield here, I think. Oh wait, no, maybe I let it go, thinking, well, at this point, all I really gotta do is ramp up Scrafty. And clutch enough, I can actually get to one more Acid Spray here, which will get respected by the Noctowl. They don't want to get hit by a Scald and die. But at this point, we go for the Power Up Punch, knock out Noctowl, and it is just a clean finish at this point. I could just take the EQ, which I do. I mean, that was a little unnecessarily risky. I shouldn't have done that, by the way, chat. I just referred to you two as chat, sorry. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have done that. I should have just, unfortunately, it didn't bite me in the butt there, but yeah, a little nail biter, even though we won the lead. Yeah, this is another scenario where we just kind of struggle with the lead, and our team doesn't particularly have the, like, our backline doesn't just hard lose the victory bell, but we know that if we switch out, we're not going to get the alignment we want. So I end up staying in and throwing one foul play and then switching to Tentacruel, which they end up having a Drayalgy in the back. I mean, sure. I honestly was not expecting this Pokemon, but yeah, I don't really have the best way to deal with it with what's happening here right now. So I'm just going to throw the Scald. It still does a decent chunk, but the thing is, this Drayalgi has so much energy, and I'm just gonna bring Cresselia and more than likely get hit with a Gunk Shot. And yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen here. We're gonna hit with the Gunk Shot. There's really no reason for them not to throw it. Baiting here doesn't make sense, and they're not gonna live a Confusion really to do much more. And at this point, unfortunately, we're just too low of health with Scrafty, where maybe if we just had a little bit more, we could have potentially just, you know, barely beat the victory bell and maybe did something. But yeah, there's not much we can do here because they're going to be able to even just kind of farm us down with a Mud Shot, and that's game. Yeah, definitely a tough battle, but it's hard to say what was a smarter call in my end on this battle after seeing what they had on their line. Was it better to stay in with our Scrafty in the beginning, or would it have been better to switch out? Who knows? Alright, so another Ninetales lead. We're going to switch out the Cresselia. That's what we tend to do with the Charm leads, knowing that we want to try to realign the battle with Tentacruel. But they bring in Sableye, and we're going to go for the Moonblast. And yeah, this is definitely scary. So obviously this is going to be really tough. I don't know why I decided to shield these. I guess I just end up double shielding, thinking that maybe I can like barely just farm it. And unfortunately for me, that was a terrible call because the Sableye lives with 1 HP. And, you know, unfortunately for me, that's just going to be the game at this point because they have Diggersby, which can easily combat my Tentacruel, and then they can just bring Ninetales on the Scrafty. But yeah, like, I was kind of close to flipping the alignment, but unfortunately the Sableye living with 1 HP. Like, the double shield does seem like a bad call, but the big thing about that matchup is we just need to flip alignment and then line up Tentacruel with Ninetales. So in this match, we actually switch out to Cresselia on the Jump Left lead, and we get met with the Stunfisk. So yeah, definitely, like I said, 4 out of the 5 battles we got hard countered, and definitely felt like it would be worth showing how a lot of these battles would play out, and like maybe how you could play them if you're in a similar situation, if you're running a team like this. But yeah, we're just gonna like shield the Earthquake, thinking, well, we want to create a scenario where they have to keep throwing Earthquakes, right? Like, that's better for us to try to get as much chip damage here. So we end up just double shielding again. And I feel like with this team, it's just so crucial to try to get alignment that I think this is like kind of how a lot of the matches will end up looking. Like, I have no shields, they have 2, and it looks really bad, but our team has a lot of fast attack pressure. Remember that. So they end up throwing the energy ball here, removing Cresselia. We did get alignment, remember? So now we can actually bring in Tentacruel. It's scary, to be fair, because Jumpluff is actually really bulky, and they're throwing Acrobatics to get like a decent amount of energy save, and they switch in to Swampert, and I throw a Scald. I get an attack drop, which is actually really nice, and we switch in our Scrafty. So at this point, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to throw the Power Punch because it's really just going to be how much damage can I possibly get off before I die. And it's going to be a close one. I mean, they have the advantage as of right now. They have the shields, and all I can really do is try to like fast attack this down. So even though I'm weak to the Fairy Wind, it's kind of insane how much damage I'm able to pull off here. And at this point, the Scrafty is pretty solid on, excuse me, the Jumpluff is pretty solid on having a lot of energy. They throw Acrobatics, and I barely live to tap it down. I was just shocked by this set. Like, pretty much, some of these wins were just absurd. And I felt like they were really cool battles to share, just show you like how much of a nail biter this game can be at times. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video at all, consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I do have some battles from the Psychic Cup running Metagross I'm going to be sharing here tomorrow. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Squad's getting... Oh wait, hold on, before we leave, let's watch... Yeah, here's my rank 20 push. And I started at 2138 elo. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. But good morning, evening, afternoon, if you're tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.